Now he gets picked up, and I believe at some point, everybody wants Chief Keef to bail him out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
What is that like? And I'm sure his bail was probably quite a bit.
Yeah, it was 100,000. You know what I'm saying? It was $100. And I don't want to say like that shit was reachable for sure. You know what I'm saying? But
So that was like a total of 100,000, and you had to come up with 10%, or was 100,000? Was it $1 million bond, and they had to come up with 100,000?
it was a million. It was $1 million, deed bond. So they had to come up with 100,000. But the reason why D Rose was so salty about that shit, because like I said, it wasn't one person that it had to fall on. Like I said, bro, D Rose was loved by so many different hoods. Some nigga, it was enough with money at the time to put their money together to bring him home, and that's why he was kind of up about the shit. He was kind of on some shit like like damn, for it's like 5 rappers right now that I know at least could got 50K on their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you can't put up 10. I know, so got this. Like he was on some shit like that, folk. But I don't know, man. Like it's kind of hard for me to really count folks in them pockets, folk, because that whole shit with Sosa and Tottenham happened over $7,500 for 5. Like that shit, like folk, like that shit, like folk them, like folks, like was trying to folk was they was waiting on 7,500. So a mother trying to come up with 100,000, like bro, it's so crazy. Like man, like you would really be counting pockets. You see what's going on. You think it's more around than it is, folks. You know what I'm saying? You thinking about that 6 million a motherfucker signed to. You think all of that is in their bank on phone them. Like you see a spending this and that. You like they got it, folks. They got it. They gotta have it. But just looking back on shit that like I know now, it probably wasn't around like we thought. It's around now for real. I ain't gonna lie, like D Rose would have caught that shit right now, man. D Rose would have got out the same day, folks. Like or the next day. Like if he had a bump for this, nigga go touch that, folks. All these that he wanted to come reach for him, they all got 20 million now. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit would have been nothing, folks. Well, not they all do. Let me rephrase that. They all millionaires now. Like a lot of people like ain't really become millionaire. Like Smirk, he been on, but he really ain't even become a millionaire till he moved to the A. Like like so. A lot of motherfuckers, you see a motherfucker popping they shit and shit, you think everybody having their way, but it just wasn't. I don't think it was around how we thought at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really even blame folks now.
Yeah, it seemed like Chief Keef, like a lot was kind of put on his plate, as far as like taking care of the hood, and it seems like a lot of people are mad at him for not helping out more.
Yeah.
But it seems like there's a lot of situations, and how much can you realistically expect somebody to do?
And on top of that, like bro, So did do a lot. I hate when even made it seem like he never did shit before they started asking him for shit. Like So did shit, bro. Like I can't even talk about some of the shit he actually put out here in the hood because probably get booked on BD. But like, bro, he did enough. He did a lot, folk. Like he did some things. Now, did he come out and do what Vaughn was doing with his money? No. You know what I'm saying? But bro, this is why I tell all the time about being the first to do some shit. You don't have people to follow. You know what I'm saying? When you're the first person to do something, you don't have a example to come behind for you to follow. Sosa the first to have all this type of money and do the things he do. He don't got an example. By the time Vaughn got on, he knew he had the blueprint. What to do, what not to do. How to do this, how to not do this. How to stay lit, how to fall off. He knew that. Sosa didn't have that. Sosa was willy-nilly with this shit. And he was way younger than V-Roy. Folks are real YN getting this shit before his 17th birthday. On BD. Like, I'm talking about real 16-year-old should be somewhere, a sophomore and junior in high school. Folks on the pulling up on 4Gs and shit. Like, he ain't have an example. So I don't really blame. It don't even blame folk for that shit. It's like, you know, he did what he felt he could was right, and what he did what he could, folk. Now if he had hella examples showing him how to do this shit and he did some shit, then that'll be different. But folks, he was trying to hold all this shit together the best way he could. He didn't have no examples, folks. He didn't know how to do it. Another they show him the way, or he didn't have a blueprint in front of him. Like all of use Sosa blueprint. Everybody that come from our hood use Sosa blueprint, bro. We all do. We all use it to this day. We know how to maneuver, chase a sack, get money through music, all of that shit because of Soul. He don't get on. We don't know the ins and outs. We don't know how to maneuver, how to do certain things and what not to do. We don't know that shit without having him. So it's like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't, when you don't got no examples and you kind of learning on the fly and you a YN and all of that, folks, who could say another would have did it any better, folks? You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of responsibility for a 16-year-old kid. Bro, that's a lot.
Man, bro. Then half the niggas asking him for shit wouldn't even really with him when he was broke. You got all these motherfuckers and he with niggas because he respect them though. Like it was a lot of respectable folk that before folks really got it, it wasn't, you know, new folks and always showed love, but it wasn't wanted to be besties and be in folks' cars and be at his house every day. Y'all want like that when folk was up. I used to see y'all at his grandma crib like that on BD. Like, but when that check hit, you know, it's a lot of in his business that really ain't even support folks till they knew it was really real. You know what I'm saying?
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.